go. Train type, where go?
Gentlemen, this school is about combat. There are no points for second place.
This is the Never Down, Never Out podcast with your host, T.R. Matson.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Never Down, Never Out, T.R. Matson. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. I hope that your summer's going good and the weather's good and not too hot, unless you're one of those people that really like it. I hope that you're appreciating the good moments in the day. I know, we're past the 4th of July. It's kind of that second half of the summer. And I just hope that you're doing well. I hope that things are going okay for you. I'm praying for positivity in the lives of the people that listen to this. So hopefully you're having that, and I hope things are going well. I appreciate the tuning in. I occasionally have to just take time out of these things to thank everybody. Because without you listening, there's no reason for me to be here. And I understand that the idea was originally to do this for my children, and it's kind of gotten a little bit further than that. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the messages and the comments and the hypes and likes and all of those things. I have stopped looking at the analytics. I don't think that's a healthy way to do this. I need to just keep getting through these and speak from the heart. And let whatever happens with it happen. And hopefully it resonates with the right people. And, I need to align myself. We talked about that yesterday, right? I need to think about myself and why I did this in the first place. And it doesn't matter if it's not making any money. It doesn't matter if the views are up or down or any of that. If it hits that one person that needs to hear whatever it is I'm talking about in that day, that's far more valuable than anything else. And that's what I need to focus on. So that's what I'm trying to do. But as a recap, we are in this section here of identity, purpose, and personal leadership since episode 151. And we're doing this till 240. And today is 190. So we still got a long way to go in this section. So hopefully, while some of it might be repetitive, hopefully that it helps and it speaks to you. Today we're going to talk about character lasting longer than talent. I've talked about a similar version of this in the past where I'll take somebody with work ethic over somebody with natural talent any day. And I saw this in the Navy teaching. I saw it at the airline too, but very different types of teaching, right? In the Navy, you're teaching, at least when I did it, you're teaching relatively new students who had just finished up primary flight training. They were still pretty inexperienced. When you teach at an airline, a major airline, I mean, these are pilots that have been doing it for a while. It's a different audience. But when I was teaching in the Navy, I saw this and I talked about how, some people just had a natural talent. I was not blessed with that. I was a middle of the road, hardworking pilot that just tried to gut it out, pun intended, with some of the air sickness, and just work my way to that point. It didn't ever come easy. It wasn't natural, God-gifted talent of aviation. I had to put in the time. And I think the other thing that ties very closely with that is what we're talking about today is a person's character. You can have all the talent in the world for whatever craft it is that you're trying to do. But if you don't have the character to back it up, eventually people will see through it. People are going to, if we use a sports analogy, right? If you are naturally gifted in any one sport, I don't care what it is, you will rise to the top of the ranks very quickly. You will have fame, fortune, all of the things that come along with that. massive success in your craft. But if you don't have character, if you have holes in your moral fiber, people may not notice initially because you're winning the games. You're doing all the things that they tune in to see. But when they do notice, and they will, because I found that people that don't have strong character and do things for selfish or wrong reasons, it shows. And when it does, it's so obvious. And your fall from grace will be so fast and so violent and possibly irrecoverable. So, if you have a goal set in front of you that you want to accomplish, it can be sports, it could be flying, it could be degrees, it could be whatever it is you put in front of you. When you are building that foundation, when you are building the core of what will hold up who you are down the line, it is critical that two of the pillars that you have are work ethic and character. Because when life throws you curveballs and when things don't go your way, if you can hold on to work ethic and character, you have a shot at still being successful. And even if you're not, you'll at least be able to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. There's been time in my life, and there's been other instances in close friends' lives where they've strayed so far from the person they are that it almost makes them sick of who's looking back when they look in the mirror. And that's a tough position to be in, but it's a preventable position. Because as we lay the foundation, if we lay the foundation with work ethic and character, be the person that does it the right way when nobody's watching. Be the person that goes the extra mile when nobody's asking. And if you can do that, then when you build yourself up and you get to that place that you've been striving to get to, and things go wrong, you still have a chance. You're not going to fall from grace so strongly, so violently, that when you hit rock bottom, you can't get back up. It's not going to happen. But we've all seen it. We've seen people in society that you look at and go, good Lord, they're perfect. And then you watch them. You idolize them. You envy them. And then something happens. And it all comes crashing down. And you realize that we're all kind of the same. Some people are more talented in certain fields than others. Some people have the means to take that talent and to actually use it. But at the end of the day, if you try to build a house on sand, it's going to shift and cause the house to crumble. You need to have a solid foundation from which to start. And if you do that, no matter what you build on, you will hold true and steady. So today is gut check day. Think to yourself, what am I working on? What is it that are my goals that I have set for myself that I want to achieve? And am I doing them for the right reasons? Am I doing them to help others? Am I doing them to provide for others? Am I doing them for a greater good? Or are you doing it for your own ego? To prove to others that you can do things. To rub it in their face that you think you're better than them when you accomplish these things. Because if it's the latter, I promise you, you need to readjust your character and think about what it is you're doing. You might be on the path towards a goal, but it could be the wrong path to the same goal. So we need to make sure we're on the right path. We need to make sure that when we reach where we're going, it was done for the right reasons, with the right intentions. I hope that makes sense. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Tell me if you have any suggestions on formatting, changes, background, sound, audio, visual, all of these things, or just things you'd like to hear more me talk about. But I do appreciate everything. Thank you for being part of this ride with me, and I'll see you tomorrow.
T.R. Matson is a 20-year Navy career combat veteran who flew the E-2C Hawkeye and F/A-18C Hornet. He's the author of Treason Flight and Vengeance Flight. You can reach him at trmatson or trmatson.com. Thanks for listening to the Never Down, Never Out podcast.